If you are drowning under the weight of maintaining your channel, I think I may have a good quick solution for you. This isn't going to solve all your problems, but it's going to solve a lot of them. And that is artificial intelligence. I know some people hate it. I know some people dread that it's taking jobs, and it is, but there are ways to use it to your advantage as all these big corporations and governments and such are figuring out how they're going to use this stuff. Use it to your advantage in the meanwhile. And if you're a content creator, even better. So here on the screen, you see here, this is my interface for ChatGPT. This is primarily what I use. It's not the only thing I use, but it is the primary AI model that I use right now. So when you log into ChatGPT, you're generally going to get some kind of screen like this. I have it zoomed in quite a bit just so that it's easier to see here on the screen. But I'm going to show you one way that I use AI, and that's to help me think through the best titles, the best thumbnail captions, the best description, hashtags. It could even write whole scripts for me if I asked it. I generally don't. Most of my videos, I may have it give me an intro, or I'll grab the intro from the description or from the short script that it usually just kicks out anyway. But I'm going to show you how I use it. And I'm even going to dictate my prompt so that you can see how easy it is to really flow and get that down as well. Because if you have to type that prompt, it can get a little bit tedious if you're trying to fit everything in there that you want to fit in to get it to generate the results for you. So I'm going to record the dictation in real time here, and then I'm going to ask it to generate the content so you can see exactly how it kicks this out and how quick, how lightning fast this is. It's going to blow your mind. So here we go. So if you're on a Windows computer, you're going to hit the Win key and H, and that's going to pop up the dialog box here. You see it says it's listening. Let me stop it. You see it's already kicking that out. So let's delete that. And you're going to do the Win key and H. And I've been using it for a long time, so it's been set up for me already. Generally, though, when you hit it, you shouldn't have to do any setup. Just hit that, and it should automatically pop up this little microphone so that you can start dictating. And if you haven't used that before, you're welcome, because it's going to save you some time as well. So let's get to it. I'm going to give it a random scenario so that it can then kick back out what I'm asking it for. And the best way for you to see this and understand what I'm talking about is for me just to do it. I'm working on a post on a different angle to the 50 Cent documentary, Sean Combs' The Reckoning, period. I want to talk about how easily it is and how often people turn a blind eye to situations if it's to their benefit to turn a blind eye, period. I don't want to be judgmental, but more just pointing out the fact that in order to eliminate a lot of these horrible things that we see happening in various industries, people have to be brave enough to stand up to these machines and these powers that be if we're going to change things, period. I want to encourage people to find ways to call these perpetrators to account in order to make the world a better place for everyone, period. We shouldn't have to cower under the weight of such oppression, period. Please give me a few good title options, a great description, hashtags, and some thumbnail captions, period. A script for a short version would be helpful as well, period. All right, so that's it. So you see here, I just sort of, rambled on here. Sometimes I'll go back and I'll look through and see, do I need to fix anything? Just to make sure it understands what I wanted, because sometimes the dictation can be off. Generally, you should get what you need from it, but you just want to kind of give it a glance to make sure it didn't get any words wrong or anything, to make sure it's got what you need here. All right, so everything looks good here to me. Now I'm going to hit this up arrow and I want you to see how quickly it's going to work. Look at that. Here's a full polished content pack for your post. Titles, a powerful description, hashtags, thumbnail captions, and a concise short form script. This is written to fit your projector's cut tone. Cinematic, insightful, socially aware, and empowering without being preachy. And so let's look at this. And it says choose your tone, title options, and look at this. It even did them. This is something I've, seen before, but I want you guys to see this. It gave buckets, 2 buckets here. Sometimes it'll give me 3, but this is 2, direct and reflective, or if I want the tone to be pop culture and commentary tone. And you see here, the danger of turning a blind eye, why silence protects power, the cost of looking away. These are okay. Sometimes I'll go back and I'll say, and I'm going to demonstrate that as well. Sometimes I'll go back and say, for search engine optimization, add the title of the documentary somewhere in there. Or I'm going to scroll down, maybe in the description, it's made sure that was very SEO optimized. Okay. But otherwise, these are pretty good. Now, this here says pop culture and commentary tone. You'll see here, this has more of the mentioning the reckoning here, the documentary. But this, for my purposes, isn't good enough. So I'll tell it, you need to add a little bit more in here. But then look at the description. Power doesn't just thrive on money, fame, or influence. It thrives on silence. As conversations around 50 Cent's documentary, Sean Combs' The Reckoning continue, there's another angle we need. Look at this. This is amazing. Who wants to have to sit down and come up with this? You already had to come up with the script, and you had to come up with, the clips you were going to put in there, the videos, whatever you're going to do. You had to already come up with all of that. This stuff, you see it kicked it out so quickly. So you're thinking, oh, it wouldn't take this long to do it. But it would. Trust me on this. So look at this. Then you got a set of hashtags you can use. It's cautioned me about using too many in the past. It's told me to use no more than 3 to 6. So even though it's given all of these, then I can just choose a few from this. I wouldn't copy and put all of these. In the beginning, I was. And I don't know if it knew I was doing that. So it started telling me, hey, you may only want to use 1 or 2, 3 or 4 or 5 of these, but don't copy 12 of these and put in your thing. YouTube doesn't like that, apparently. And then if you want to lean cinematic, film breakdown, you see it has a little bit more here. Thumbnail captions, the blind eye, blah, blah, blah. Now, like I said, I don't think for my purposes, this is search engine optimized enough for me. So I'm going to go back and tell it that I want it to do that. But let's look at the short form script before we go there. 30 to 40 seconds, tight, impactful, hook, first 3 seconds. Power survives because people look away, even when they know better. That's great. That's an amazing intro to a video. Amazing intro. So you see here, it just does it right away. You don't have to wait. You don't have to figure this out. Now, here's one more thing. If you'd like, I can also create cinematic on-screen text, B-roll suggestions, caption style, or a longer YouTube version of the script. Like I said, I generally don't have it do a whole script for me. I'd rather go off on my own. I'd rather have maybe it give me a little intro, like that short script. Sometimes I'll just grab that for the intro to the longer one and then just use the short script or whatever, So now I'm going to tell it that it needs to give me a little bit more search engine optimization though for the title, so you can see how that works. The titles, please give me titles that are better SEO optimized. Although that's optimized, but you get it. Now, please give me titles that are better for SEO. I think including, I'm just typing these. I think including the title will work best. All right, let's see. Here we go. Immediately. No hesitation. No hesitation. So now let's see what these are. So it said, absolutely, here are SEO optimized titles that include Sean Combs' The Reckoning and target high value search phrases such as analysis, documentary breakdown, accountability, why people stay silent, culture of looking away, etc. And this is great. These are structured for YouTube search and Google results while still matching your voice. So let's look at them. Why so many stay silent? Sean Combs' The Reckoning explained. The culture of looking away. A deeper look at Sean Combs' The Reckoning. What The Reckoning reveals about silence, power, and accountability. Sean Combs' The Reckoning. The hidden problem nobody is talking about. These are amazing. Even if you did this first and then built your video content around that, this would be great. Now, I generally do this after I've already recorded. A lot of times I'll come to do one of these and I already know exactly what I want to say. Or I might be struggling a little bit with how I want to start it. So I'll do this, take that short script, use that intro part, and then from there, either just reading that makes everything click and I figure out exactly what I want to do, or I realize I need to go back and come up with something based upon what it shared with me. It'll just jar something and help me work through what I want to share here. But that's it. This is already video is longer than I meant for it to be, but you can see here, it just gives you a great boil down of everything you need. Then it even tells you want the strongest SEO picks. These three have the best balance of keywords, clarity, emotional pull, and algorithm-friendly phrasing. Top 3 SEO choices. Why so many stayed silent. Sean Combs' The Reckoning explained. The culture of looking away, a deeper look at Sean Combs' The Reckoning. Just amazing. And this is what you want. You want to use this thing to speed up your process. Anything that's going to do that, trust me, my friends, give it a shot. You don't need to be struggling to do this stuff. You really don't. You see, I have over 80 videos on here right now. It's primarily because of ChatGPT. It just helps me to quickly find solutions, quickly. Even this video, if you look back on my channel, you see the previous one that I posted, the resolution wasn't the best quality. And I didn't want to post another one that wasn't top quality. So I came on here and I asked it, I said, like, what do I need to do here? It gave me 4 different things to try. I tried the first 2 and it fixed it. You can't beat that. I know some people are loathe this thing, but I'm sorry, guys. There's no merit in struggling. None whatsoever. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to try out here. I'm going to do a lot more of these now, especially now that I have the resolution and such figured out. I wanted to make sure I was presenting the best quality here. And I'm looking forward to it. I want people to use this stuff. Don't be afraid of it. It's not going anywhere. Hang on for the future. Thanks for stopping by here. Peace.